Welcome back to the KJC Valorant Invitationals. This is the final best of 3 of the night. It's the lower bracket semi-finals elimination series. Again, we get the rematch between Kingsmen and Louvre. Last time they met in the upper bracket, Louvre was able to win out the series. Right now, they're back in the same place, and feels like deja vu because the last time this happened, Kingsmen won the lower bracket, so we'll see if they can make it happen again as we will start off with Ascent. I'm 𝗏𝗃𝗧, of course, joined by the one and only 𝗏𝗏 to bring you guys the rest of the action.
Yeah, what is up everyone? And also, this is gonna be interesting because it's another story on the hands of Louvre that they were the ones who put them in the lower bracket, and now they're back in here with each other. So it's a great love story for both of our teams, and I wish we would be able to develop it up. But right now, ooh, this is a good setup for Louvre. That starting it up with an explosive mid push, and they're waiting for Fighting Light to come in before they push into 𝗏𝗏𝗏 onto 3. You can see him though, the shot card was able to come in, and he was able to open up with 1. And Lenny was able to get that. Kingsmen are really going for it right now. They don't know if they would be able to plant because they have someone on A lobby, so it's gonna be hard for them to go for this.
Lenny's gonna be planting deep on the generator side, but Nafu is on the flank and does get a ding onto 𝗏𝗃𝗀 as well. The light shield being the lifesaver, but Zeke coming in from the flank, so 𝗏𝗃𝗀, you better make case because the gravity wells will be his undoing. Of course, Zeke will be the one securing the kill. Now they have Louvre boxed in on their own side. Those
one enemy remaining.
Doctor is an A main. Reza comes in and gets a couple taps in. Nafu will get the pistol round done for Kingsmen.
Easier there on
Team
for Kingsmen,
Ace.
getting the man advantage onto that. Also getting 1 kill for each other. Team Ace for this side. Now with this, Kingsmen just need to work on that. They just really need to push the defense in their favor if they want to have easy wins against them. And also having no jet on this map is really hard for them. That's why they're just walking onto the side for the side of Kingsmen a while ago. But Louvre have the race to work with.
Yeah, they definitely, this is, you know, again, the one-up round at least for Kingsmen. And for Louvre, they were not able to get the initial fraction. You have to really thank Kingsmen, especially the Doctor, who was able to sneak past into A main with the help of his Nebula.
Right here.
But now with the one-up round, we'll see if Louvre can, how much
Scanning
damage
ahead.
Louvre can do to the economy of Kingsmen. They have this 3 guys, and Louvre, one of the few teams who always opt for the force buy even after they lose the pistol round. So this is no exception. You see Ivan not true right now. Ivan has no chance of escaping his gravity well. Just a bit too late. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 also gets the Doctor settled. This should be an easy plant for Louvre to work with. The shock darts will be sent out, but it's not gonna connect with
Spike
anything.
planted.
Kingsmen have 2 on the flank, but Louvre, they have full control of the site.
Yeah, they have already been placing themselves on the right places for this side. So Louvre is primed and ready for what's going to happen. This was the round to win Kingsmen a while ago, but now
Revealing
it's very
area.
grim for them because the force buys for Louvre working for them. Kingsmen, be careful around. They would be able to get the kill. That would be crucial. Now open
Cutting
the
their
side
vision.
bit.
Last player standing.
The last one standing has 1 HP. So Flary is able to get the kill in the end.
I mean, Kingsmen really wanted to make it expensive, but Louvre just able to win out the round at the tail end of it. The keeping 3 guys alive, that force buy finally paid off for LVR. Kingsmen though, they will have to you know, just suffer the brunt of it. Probably just keep the classics as they don't really have much creds to begin working with. So Louvre, now they're in a good position to take the lead for sure. We'll see if Kingsmen can put a stop to that.
Yep, they are really going for that, but now that they have lost that round, they were not expecting it. So with the Spectres on hand for the side of Louvre, it's not easy for them to push onto anything. Because considering that Kingsmen is a very slow team, going for defense every time, Louvre is going for a different side.
Scanning ahead.
Going for a push.
There they are.
Spike down B.
But has rotated already. The gates have been breached. It's gonna be close one for them. So Louvre at least were able to take the side and have been positioned themselves to a really great one. Look at the Hazel here. Position to get the kill onto more of the members of Kingsmen.
Hazel has a lot lot of work to do. They know where the members of Kingsmen are, but 𝗍𝗏, can he do it? Damage?
Enemy
He's gonna get a free kill. Lenny also.
One enemy remaining.
Defense just falling apart for Kingsmen. That was a round for Louvre to work with, and of course they keep 3 guys alive. It's a kind of a careless approach from Kingsmen, and they will pay for it.
They lost a lot of people during that round, but still, it was an equal round for the side of Kingsmen. That's the reason why it's more possible for them to gain big advantages here. Now, they have the Odins, they have the Phantoms. They are up there ready for what's going to come for Louvre. Louvre has a lot of credit, so it's okay if they lose this round. They're not really expecting it, but they're really sticking like a unit here. This is
My
not very
ultimate is not
proactive.
ready.
Louvre always really is a shifter as a team. Always going for strats that the enemy is going for and doing it better. They're looking to go for another push on A side. They're really rushing it. They're trying to press the buttons of Kingsmen right now.
And again, they are gonna try that A site once more. Kingsmen do have Ivan playing behind him. It's gonna fry Ivan eventually. There's nothing much that he could do. He gets the second kill, now Ďaďme into hell and throws up the neural depth. That's gonna give him work with Zeke as he gets
Spike down A.
Runs out of bullets, so 𝗏𝗃 will clean him up. Spike still dropped that A main, so Louvre will need to
One enemy remaining.
and the doctor will take out Lenny. 𝗏𝗃 completely trapped on default. The recon dart does not ping him out. So Riza's gonna try to spray up on
One
the
enemy
doctor,
remaining.
though, in the meantime, will be caught out, and that is unfortunate for Kingsmen. 𝗏𝗃 was able to retrieve the spike.
got
And
the
in fact,
spike.
he has enough time to we're gonna get the 4K.
Calculated.
Riza loses the challenge, and that's a clutch for.
Yeah, it takes some time for Kingsmen as a team to work it out, work their differences right now, because they're taking a long time for them to go online when it comes to the frags. Right now, it's Zeke again. Always. Zeke is always the one leading the charge every time for the side of Kingsmen. Other than that, 𝗏𝗏 is also someone that if he goes online, he goes crazy. But now, Louvre is working their way out of this. Everyone is fragging for the team. Everyone is getting the shots that is needed, making some space. The way that they play this Ascent map,
Somebody
they
out.
always go for rushes, which is really interesting to see. They don't even buy some time, get some space, to get some info traps. They just
Revealing
push
area.
forward.
And look at that one, and they're gonna go for the Savage spam. And
Enemy
I
tag.
wish he had the Odin with him, because that would have been a buffet. But yeah, causing a lot of utility on the inside. The doctor not doing shot. He has gravity well. Riza takes the high.
You fought well.
Not with the frenzy.
Shock dart.
Eliminate 𝗏𝗃 as the
You
rest
will
of
not kill
Louvre
my
on the
ally.
side, and 𝗍𝗏 will be able to bring Heist back to life. Louvre have the numbers advantage. They're gonna get the spike down. This is an eco for Kingsmen, unfortunately, and with the spike already planted and Louvre setting up that post flank, it is almost impossible for Kingsmen to go for the retake. Zeke off, and
One
Zeke
enemy
with the
remaining.
kick, 2 extra kills. The last man alive is gonna be Ivan, Sheriff, and Louvre is gonna push him and get the kill. Lenny with a 3K, and Louvre take the 4th round.
Looking at the bright side of the side of Kingsmen, they were able to burn the resurrection of 𝗍𝗏, so that's good enough for them, and they were able to take 1 kill also. I mean, that's not a lot of damage, but Kingsmen will take it. So right now, they have the operator on the 𝗏𝗏, and this is really what they want to happen here, is that if 𝗏𝗏 gets the first shot right now, but he's going on to mid, most of the members of Louvre right now, for the 4 rounds, are just rushing into the lobbies to the sites. Even on mid, yes, but they haven't done that since like 3 rounds ago. So now, Kingsmen, looks like it would be hard for 𝗏𝗏 to be able to get the kill here. So it would be just Louvre just setting up, just trying to get some info, using the boom bot to clear up some angles before they go in for the push on A.
There's a trap wire right in front of A main. It's just planted by Zeke. Ivan does get the guiding light, gets the ping, and here comes the showstopper from high. Not really stuck back to very well, and the ping onto Zeke gets high as an easy target for the showstopper. And as throw the ping jumps into heaven, wants to stumble all the way back, and do once more, getting a good control of the A side. He doesn't want to hunt during the delay to find a bit more, but he needs to get a couple of tags, and all of those charges go wide. They're not gonna get anything. Tries to even snuff up 𝗏𝗏, and the shock dart, unfortunately, is not gonna get any kills on the side of King, and Louvre already planted the spike, and now he take once more. Caesar started out with the time. We'll see if they can make it.
One enemy
So,
remaining.
with a quick 2-kill onto Ivan and the Doctor, who were blindly rushing to the Nebula, and Rizal will be forced to rescue this operator and survive the round.
Yeah, he's gonna be running away with the operator at least. 𝗏𝗏 wasn't able to get any value out of it. So Louvre would just be stopping them on the tracks. But Rizal, what was that? Was able to get a shot in the head with a classic with Lenny. Now with a 30 HP, with a dream, with the operator in hand, Rizal would just be happy to take this. But during what happened with Louvre, remember that Louvre always goes for hate in any of his picks, and that's the reason why some of their rounds are kind of now.
Oh
able
no!
to take down the operator. Rizal is gonna fall down with it, so now Louvre would just be happy with it.
That was so unlucky. At the very last moment, he loses the operator, and of course, it's a quick timeout for Kingsmen. Definitely did not expect, this kind of result going into the first half of Ascent. Louvre, they are off to an explosive start. So for Kingsmen, let's see if they can, cook up, some way to deal with the offense of LVR.
Yeah, now gonna be hard here on. Kingsman needs to reset their mental because Louvre is just wiping him out, mopping the floor with them. It's looking really hard, honestly, for Kingsman because every setup that they're doing, it's only effective if the enemy is gonna go for defaults. So Louvre is going for their weak point right here, and whenever they go for pushes, they win the fight. Even though that they don't win the first frag, they're gonna go for trades anyway. So that's the reason why they're always winning against Kingsmen whenever it comes down to taking the sides. So they call their rotations, they go in for rushes, but now at least they have some good ideas on their minds because they might want to go for the right side on the right time, and this might be the chance for Louvre to change it up. It's kind of interesting to see that Louvre changed up the strategy sometime when members of Kingsmen decided to rush on B.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for Louvre, they have been solid, I think, throughout the entire tournament, right? Especially Hazel, kind of the star of the show most of the time, just constantly putting the numbers on the board. One of the more flexible members of the team as well. And whenever Hazel, is alive, you have to give a lot of respect. So Ivan's gonna hold his angle with the judge. The rest of LVR, they're already onto that H side.
Yeah, they're really going for this, man. I was expecting them to go for B side, but the timing is just... it was super off for Kingsmen right now. That Louvre, with that info that they got a while ago, most of the members are on B anyway, so let's just push on the A side. This is a free side to take for the side of Louvre, and they are happy to take it. But any problem, and considering that it is an equal round also for the side of Kingsmen, couldn't be easier for them. So now 𝗍𝗔 gets one.
Spike planted.
And take position coming in for the side, because they're clearing up the side pretty easily. 2 members are down already.
Kingsman not gonna have much to work with. He does get a shot onto Redfall. Him and 𝗏𝗏 hand in hand in main, but they've already lost control of Heaven, and Louvre with 4 guys watching.
One enemy remaining.
And of course, 𝗏𝗏 is enough to close out the round. 6 for Louvre and only 1 for Kingsman.
At least now 𝗏𝗏, they have 4 ultimates to work with for the side of Kingsman. And if ever they find ways to utilize this, they might be able to win some rounds. 𝗏𝗏 needs to time the operator right. They have been rushing the side since a while ago, and they haven't. It's because that Kingsman, the way that they play is that they don't really get any info unless it's on mid, because that's the playstyle that they want. They really want to go for retakes, but it's not working for the side of Louvre. If they would take the side really free, because if Louvre would just be free right now, it's just gonna be has been called. Now they're gonna be rushing. It was crazy, almost getting the kills right now, but at least he did the damage to the members right now of Louvre. There's gonna be a push. They might be able to get the kill. Big comes in. He gets 3.
Spike down.
He's able to make it work, and now without even needing to use any of the ultimates, it's gonna be Kingsmen having the advantage against Louvre right now.
Yeah, and then that is just great for Kingsman. They should be able to hold on to this round. Hazel does not have the rest to work with. He needs 3 out charges to make that work. It's down to him, and flaring to try and make something happen, but there's a trap wire on B main, so walking through is not going to be easy at all. In fact, there's no
One enemy remaining.
Flawless sees the gun barrel, and Ivan will come in from the lurk. It's going to be Kingsmen with a flawless round.
Ooh, Kingsmen working their way out step by step against Louvre. And they are having a hard time getting that, but now they know we can fight against them. Just need to be confident on how they're gonna do it. With Zeke always ready onto B side, Louvre wasn't expecting it to go not their way, because they are expecting to win that fight. But Zeke, whenever it comes down to duels, he's always gonna be performing really well. He's always gonna be getting those skills, and he performed again. And he's still the star of the show for the side of Zeke.
Absolutely, and that is definitely gonna give Kingsmen a bit more breathing room to work with, right? A flawless round means that even if they lose this, they will still have enough threats to go for a full buy. Now a little bit, when they make their way onto the mid, 3 guys taking control of that area. We have Rizza holding that angle and market with an Odin, and you also have the Doctor holding on that corner in B main. So Kingsmen puts themselves in a very aggressive position just to have a crossfire set up, but Louvre, they're gonna abandon mid. In fact, they will go all the way onto a short, creating a diversion once more.
You want to fight it?
Out, and that is gonna give Kingsmen enough information where Louvre's gonna head. In fact,
He's
look at this up. The Doctor and Flaring, they both say one. Clip it a bit for Kingsmen, but the shot from Nalfo goes wide. Flaring is a bit too quick on that movement, and he'll be able to get the spike down. Now Rico sees the gun barrel on the Nalfo still wins out. Just misses away, but gets tracked down by the hunting crew. The mission is still doable.
Consume it!
In a post-ban situation, the stars has been set. Camera out from the side of the league. Doesn't see anyone from the side of Louvre. The toilet side wicket to block on the backstairs. Allows it to come through to lane. Here comes the wallbang. Doesn't really connect onto Flaring though. They need to try a bit more again. It goes a bit wide. They do go for the pop flag. And they know that Lenny is playing in that house. The swing timing. Is it going to be on time?
Last player standing.
Ivan gets
One
traded,
enemy remaining.
Ivan goes for reload and Lenny shoots him out of the skies. Louvre will get the 7th round.
No, that is not what Ivan wanted during that time. It was possible for them to win. I was expecting them to win because Zeke is still up and ready, and they have a lot of utilities still with Ivan, but Louvre was able to hold it out. The patience has paid off side of Louvre right now. So Lenny and Hazel still leading the charge for the team. They lost a lot of ultimates during that round, but it's okay. At least 𝗏𝗏𝗃 will still have the lockdown. 3 ultimates are still up on the side of Kingsmen. They can utilize this. At least if Namfu goes for a crazy right now, it would be possible. So they still have some guns to work with. So it's still possible for them to get 3 more rounds against Louvre.
And they need to get those 3 in a row. And thankfully, they won a flawless round before that. So they have enough for a full buy. But this is a crucial one. If they lose this out, they're going to go on to Eco. That's not a position that Kingsmen wants to be in. Again, the wall being set up. Rizza this time is going to plant themselves into market. And Booba not going to see it. Now they go for raid. That's 1. That's 2. Family well. Everyone from Blue behind.
Last player standing.
Rizza's going to get a triple
Spike
spray
down, B.
So it is all up to 𝗏𝗏𝗃 with the spike and the lockdown. He is on the site. But for Kingsmen, they're slowly pincering him in.
Yeah, they know that 𝗏𝗏𝗃 is here on B side, so it could be easier for them. Just wait it out. Just wait for the rotation to come in. And they're really looking at the right spots, honestly. So Zeke just needs to get this info on where 𝗏𝗏𝗃 is. And they're waiting for him to push onto B side. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 is looking at B because he wants to at least be the diversion himself for the go for it, but the Trailblazer I think was able to
30
see him
seconds
that in
left.
the discovery right now.
Spikes down.
𝗏𝗏𝗃 has been discovered.
Alarm bot
He
out.
had no choice but to go for a plan. So Zeke has the camera for the ready where he is. Just need to be very patient on the push. 𝗏𝗏𝗃
That's
impossible
done.
for him to win, but what was that shot coming in for him? Ivan is at the ready, really going for that. Not to be able to get the shots, and Namfu just be happy.
They did ping the spike for him, but it's just the angle not really correct, not really there for 𝗏𝗏𝗃. So Kingsmen, they win the round, a very important one as well, and it's a bit of a bait and switch on that B site. And they have 4 ultimates available, including the Cosmic Divide. So for LVR, They still have enough crest for a full buy, but Kingsmen, this is the last 2 rounds of the first half. Of course, 5-7 is the desired score. Knowing Louvre, the showstopper, the rest, and the lockdown, so they have a lot of ways to get on the fight.
Really going for it. They're banking on the fact that they would be able to push onto this. Louvre had a lot of rounds to work with, so they have some credit still on this one. But Kingsmen always made it really expensive for them. With the tripwire on A side and Zeke holding this, it shouldn't be any harder. Fire in the hole! So now with the push over in, it's gonna be the push coming into their side, but one will also fall down. The doctor to be traded out. Your duty is not for them. Tripwire to work with, but Marisa is able to get the kill. So now, at least that's good. Equalizes on both teams. They have the Odin on one member. It's gonna be easier for them to get the plan in. 𝗓𝗏 was able to hit on ice. He would fall down for sure. That's good targeting.
You should bring them in.
That's the lockdown when at least stop them from getting the push through. Zeke is finding the angle, but he wouldn't be able to. Now they're forced to back away. Ivan gets the first kill. Now still easy for them to win.
No one from the side of Kingsman is detained. They have bounced in through on the side. It's gonna be slamming, taking out Ivan. Nonful was tagging the head with the wallbang just now. Kingsman should be able to do this. They have the
last player standing.
Hazel takes out Zeke, but Risa will spray him down with barrage of holding bullets. And he is also gonna get the defuse off. Kingsman, they will get one more round for themselves.
Kingsman was able to drive it off this side of Louvre. So now Louvre,
last round
on this
in
last
the half.
round of the half, they don't have full buy, so Kingsmen are happy to bask in their glory. The operator is already up on their side, so if Louvre would be able to go for this, if they're going for half armors, it's still possible for them to get at least the Bulldogs, the Spectres, if ever they could go for it. But Kingsmen, with the operator and Nonfu, it couldn't be any easier. It's just that whenever they go for a push onto the side on where Zeke is, it looks impossible just because Zeke would just take down a lot of members before he falls down. And that's really hard. A while ago, they were really pushing onto mid, and right now, that might be the target here again.
Yeah, see this outrun. Risa does see Redco and Nonfu not able to land that initial shot, but I think they do have an inkling of where Louvre might be. The Roomba is going to be hurt just in time for Kingston to close out the door. They could have good Trailblazers as well on the way, so this is going to be Ivan, but he has his knives out. Doesn't get a kill. They lose big in the process.
You want to fight it?
For Kingston right there, but both teams will throw out the Cosmic Divide. Look, they're already on the side, and it is more than not able to get more than that, as Flaring will punish Kingston by taking 2 of their members out. Nonfreeze will spawn Ivan coming in from market. Does take out Flaring, and that's gonna give Nonfreeze some space to work with as he has that operator in hand.
Planted.
2 members of the side of Louvre playing in lane as Nonfreeze is gonna activate the Empress. It is time for him to go to work. They do get a wall bang. I believe that tag on the Redco, but not really about just yet. And now
one enemy remaining.
I hold on the trigger to take out Nonfreeze. Redco is low. Seekers online. Ivan about to track everyone down.
Last player standing.
Ivan takes out Lenny, but Redco trades back. And that's the first half, 8-4 in favor of Louvre.
Switching sides.
Wow, almost for Kingsmen, but Louvre was there to stop them from getting that last round. They want to gain this advantage. I mean, they're racing off for it. So it's going to be more crucial for Kingsmen to be winning this pistol round. And that's usually the case because Louvre would just be really sitting on a good spot here, because with the 8th rounds that they got, it's okay if they lose the pistol round because they might be able to win the 3rd round after. Kingsmen, really crucial for them to win this one.
And now Kingsmen on the attack. This is definitely, we've seen them on attack when it comes to Ascent, and it's clean and crisp from the match that we have witnessed. But it is against who we're talking about. This rematch has always been a back and forth one, but this time for Kingsmen, with Louvre off to such a strong start, Kingsmen has a lot of work that they need to do. We'll see if they can win this pistol round to at least bring the scores closer.
And they might be able to get that, but as we all know, Kingsmen is really team sticks like a unit every time that they go for a push, and they take it really slow. They want to play around the infield.
Scanning ahead.
That they could give. against Louvre, and now it shows. They're trying to try something different. They're trying to go for rushes onto mid. But with Kingsmen opening up a site, that could be the team to go in for it. Doctor is just opening up easily for the team. Clearing and Hazel would be the ones that are the actions of the site. Hazel was able to get 2. They might be able to get more, cutting off their rotation from the team. But it's now equalized for them. So now here comes it. Hazel will be able to
One
get
enemy remaining.
Lenny would
Spike
be.
down
Okay, that
A.
is going to be the Sova versus Sova. We have 2 people still. Kingsmen, be careful here. Reza falls down, and Lenny will be able to get it, making it harder for Kingsmen to follow through with this round advantage for the side of Louvre.
And that is a good pistol round for Louvre once more. I mean, with that, this should set them up for the double digits. Kingsmen not able to close it out against Louvre. The crossfire was perfect from 3, and once more it was Hazel was able to get those initial frags in. So Kingsmen, they gotta find a way. I mean, they did use their timeout early on, but so far it feels like they have not found a solution.
They need to find a solution, as you said, because they won't be able to. They are really trying everything here. I can see them putting in the effort to go for really aggressive pushes. It's just that Louvre is on point right now, especially that this is their map pick.
Enemy
It's
tag.
gonna be any easier for them to get the wins here, but Louvre is just really mopping them down. Look at this. The positioning that they're doing right now is that Louvre wants to push them out of the angle, and if Ivan has been discovered, they could go for slow orbs, they could go for utilities on mid, and they could just hold the angle, especially that Hazel has the Vandal anyway. It could be that they wouldn't be able to win this because the Classics, doesn't have much range compared to the ones that they're holding right on the side of Blue. So 𝗍𝗃 opens it up with 1, and now 3 would be the target for the side Kingsmen.
Flaring is gonna catch wind of that. Still hold it strong. I mean, Blue there is no rush.
Spike down A. 1 enemy remaining.
Ready, Hazel will clean it up. Louvre hitting 10 points first. It's 10-4. They have that 6-round advantage over Kingsmen.
Man, 10 rounds at the board for the side of. Remember, everyone, this is Kingsmen's map. This is what they picked against Louvre, and now with this, at least on to the next one, they're gonna go for Vandals and Pantheons. Possible for them to win those gun rounds against them. We just need to play their range right. They need to get their timings right, because Louvre has been on point with that since a while ago. So now, the judge, the marshals, it's a lot of iffy vibes for the side of Louvre. They're really not, they don't really want to risk getting the lose here. They're playing it really methodically. Kingsmen open up with 1 kill. It's just that Lenny just fell down pretty easily there. So now, disadvantage, Kingsmen could snowball this.
Deploying drone.
Let's see if Kingsmen can at least put a dent on
Shoot.
𝗏𝗏 on the fly. Okay.
Blocking vision.
They able to take out Lenny. This is the full buy round for Kingsmen. And they're gonna send in the leader. 𝗏𝗃 will be watching from heaven as well. He has flash from generator from the
1 enemy
the
remaining.
and good wallbang from 𝗏𝗏 to finally clear the site to get rid of Louvre. The Doctor will get the plan down, and this is the win that Kingsmen are looking for.
Breath of fresh air for the side of Kingsmen. They needed this win since a while ago. Now they might be able to achieve it. This 1 member is just Hazel. Even though that Hazel is the top fragger for the side of Blue, might still be possible for them to get the clutch. But never mind, because Kingsman is prime and ready. He's gonna put 4 members are there waiting for him. So that was just gonna be Zeke sealing the deal for the side of Blue.
And Kingsmen slowly catching up in terms of score. That was their buy round, and they won it in a close to flawless fashion. But this is where Louvre gets their guns, and this is where Louvre so far have been finding a lot of success on. They found a lot of success on offense, especially on that A site. Obviously now it's defense. They are flagging on 𝗏𝗃, setting up that A site. It's the abundance of utility. We've seen this before. Anyone who tries to come is barbecue alive. But Kingsmen, they drop the spike outside of A. They're trying to create some noise with Zeke and Ivan. Zeke and 𝗏𝗏, excuse me, is high. Dangerously close to the wire. Going to be dead. The double swing. It's just too much to do with his awful. He's also going to be caught here, but there's a page out does not connect to him. 𝗲𝗔𝗍 not going to take the chance. He's going to back off.
Yeah, he went in for the blast back there. With Juan losing on Kingsman's side, it's just harder for them to go for the push, especially that it's Zeke, which starts it up pretty strongly. But now, we still have 𝗲𝗍, that they have a lot of recon agents still on the side. They might be playing around with the info that they can get here. With the 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗢𝗥, might get some more, and they might have a lot of people on B side. And everybody is just spread around inside of blue. Kingsmen are just spread thin. They are finding ways to get kills, but Louvre is trying to take a page in their book, and they're playing really slowly. They're playing very patient onto the side, even going for retakes if that is the case, because if ever they lose one more
30
duel
seconds
here,
left.
3 might be open. 𝗟𝗏 is here waiting, and they might get pushed and 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏, and they might not even get anything, but the doctor gets 2! So now it's doable on A side. They need to rotate a lot of members, but Luke, and he's here waiting though. If that's going to be possible for them to do, it's going to be easier for
Spike
them
planted.
to get onto the side, but 𝗏𝗏 is there lying in wait. The 𝗋𝗆𝗽 divide is just going to make it a tad bit harder.
Blinded.
And now Kingsmen forces them
Your duty
onto
is
this-
not
onto
over.
this one, the resurrection.
Blinded.
Yeah, and with that, 𝗋𝗆𝗽 divide is very hard for them to get in. In fact, 𝗟𝗏𝗽𝗏 does take 𝗏𝗏 out. It's a good
One
trade.
enemy
They're all
remaining.
gonna jump down from heaven. 𝗟𝗏𝗽𝗏 does take care of Ivan. The last man is the doctor.
Pulling them in.
They use the gravity well to buy a bit of time, and 𝗲𝗍 has an inkling.
Last player standing.
The doctor takes out 𝗲𝗍, and the body block goes under with 4. And it's gonna be Kingsman with the clutch. The doctor will keep them in this game and keep them close to Louvre.
Ooh, that was the round that Louvre is wanting to win, but Kingsmen was able to shut them down, was able to push them back. And that is going to be great for Kingsmen now. They have some advantage. And furthermore, it's just that Louvre is just going to go for the eco round right now. So it's just going to be iffy for them during the next round. So Kingsmen, it's a lot of effort for Louvre to be able to win this one.
They, definitely struggle slightly. I mean, look at the buy, not looking too good. Thanks to Kingsman winning 2 in a row. Forced through back to the Sheriffs. Kingsman now with that advantage. Once more, sending 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 and Zeke on the lurk in front of B. You have the camera and watching tiles to mid as well, just in case someone from Louvre wants to go for the lurk. But we haven't seen them do that too often. Louvre prefers to just hold on site and wait for Kingsman to make their first move. And so far, it's been working okay against KGM.
Nobody has been doing something surprising for this team so far. Louvre is just holding on to their guns, holding to the side, even going for a retake if needed. So with the info trap that they did onto A side, they have 15 seconds still if they want to
I've got your trail.
on where they're gonna push. Seekers has been thrown out. The info is there. 3 members are on A side, so this B might be the call here for Kingsmen.
So and 𝗲𝗍𝗏
What?
30 seconds
just
left.
taps 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 in the head. Now it's being able to clear it out.
Cage
And and now there's a ping. Ivan
Ooh.
with a good response takes care of Lenny. And they close the market door to get onto the site. Spike is going to be planted, and this is going to be almost impossible for
10 seconds
Louvre to
left.
retake.
This is what we said a while ago. This is Kingsman's map. That's why they know how to play around it. So with the way that it's happening, it's looking like they might be able to get this one because they're getting a lot of rounds. They're losing a lot of people in the side of Louvre. I mean, this is an equal round, yes, but when it comes down to it, the push, or rather the
Standing
infos
ahead.
coming in from Kingsman are just too good that later on if they continue with this momentum.
One enemy remaining.
Now 𝗲𝗍𝗏 falls down already from player. He won't be able to get the kill, and 𝗲𝗍 seals the deal for the side of Kingsman.
Yep, another round for Kingsman. That was the eco for Louvre, so they don't really have the guns to work with. Now they get their weaponry back. Louvre has been kind of stuck in the stalemate for a while, trying to extend the lead. But Kingsman are slowly beginning to find that groove. And just winning those gunfights, you have to give a lot of credit to 𝗍𝗍𝗏. You know, this guy 19 and 13 carrying the back, carrying Kingsman on his back. Not the best match for Namfu so far, but you always have 𝗲𝗍, the clutch master, on the team. And this is why he's one of the players that you can always rely on.
As you said, 𝗲𝗍 always being the player that you can rely on for the side of Kingsmen, even banning the breach against them. It's because of 𝗲𝗍. Now, the way that it's turning out, Louvre and Kingsmen, looking at how it turns out for both teams, nobody is sticking out for the side of Louvre. Kingsmen, 𝗲𝗍 does a bit, but the push is just there. Namfu was able to open it up with Lenny falling down. Now it could be the time for them to go for a push here. The guiding light comes in, the recon comes in, so it would be no info for them. So they are going to be needing to play around, so they know that nobody's lurking around on B side. Might be possible that both of them are on site already, so this is going to be the push. Here comes the headshot from Namfu. He's able to get it. At least this is going to be an epic push
Last
for them.
player
so
standing.
Kingsmen with a very, very solid setup there. Might be able to get the win, but they already did, and that's the win for Kingsmen.
And that's another round that Louvre will have to, endure with no proper guns. Again, back to the sheriffs. They go. Kingsman really started to catch up, and see again in those initial frags, they didn't even have to invest much. Just simple utilities, and the entry from Kingsman has been spot on. You see 3 ultimates available for both teams. Showstopper online for Louvre. You also have the Empress for Namfu. So this is round number 19. Kingsman, they win this one, which there's a huge chance of them winning. We are probably gonna see them tie it up soon.
He might be able to win this. The way that this turns out is that if ever Louvre would be able to go on to game 2, that is what they need. And Kingsmen is a team who thrives on game 3s, and that's what they want every time. That's what I like about Kingsmen as a team, is that whenever they go for game 3s, they would be able to perform. So getting the first game is very crucial. Louvre, what they want to do is to shut them down before everyone goes online for the side of Kingsmen. Right now, Louvre is looking really iffy. They don't have a lot of guns to work with again, but on the side of Kingsmen, they have 3 ultimates, so it's easier for them to get the win here on. So Louvre just need to hold on, just need to be very patient, precise with the sheriffs if they want to take this round.
Hawk out!
And the Hawks will be sent up by Ivan just to clear a wine. No one is there. Kingston starting to rotate some members onto the B site. And Ivan
Scout destroyed.
So distracted.
30 seconds
He's
left.
Gonna go for the challenge with 𝗏𝗏. That's his spot. A high spot tag. Ivan even takes out 𝗏𝗏 as well. So there's a lot of room for things to work with. Then he would throw the Hunter Fury and Namfu already onto the side. Ivan pushes the slide. Here comes the showstopper.
I know exactly where you
are. Immediately, and Lenny with the direct shot. The 𝗔𝗍𝗪 will reveal
10
when
seconds
flaring
left.
and flaring will lose his life. 8 seconds left. More than enough time for the plan to go through. Kingsman looking to take this round.
Kingsmen is gonna be dominating Ascent, even though that they lost a while ago to 𝗏𝗃. They're taking 4 rounds consecutive. They might take a 5th.
Revealing area.
It's big possibility just because they have better guns compared to the Louvre squad. The Kingsmen playing it right, playing very precise, primed and ready for any pushes happening on the side of Louvre. So now, what they want to do is hold on to it, just bask in their glory, just wait for them to go for a push. I think Louvre, Lenny,
1 enemy remaining.
For damages here.
Last player
𝗏𝗃
standing.
would be able to get 1 more. What was that? That was 3K. So now, at least, they were able to do a bit of damage for the side of Kingsmen.
Yeah, I mean, Louvre able to not let Kingsman walk away scot-free. Deals some economical damage, but you look at Kingsman, they are rich. So they don't really bother. They're not really too affected with their members dying. And in fact, they'll just go for another set of full buy. Ultimate still available. This time they have Seekers online. The only ult they used previously was the 𝗔𝗍𝗪 by Zeke. But for the side of Kingsman, they are left with just the Cosmic Divide.
That goes there.
Rest is 1 point. They're 1 point away from rest and the lockdown. So not too far away, but Kingsman are slowly catching up. 1 more round and we will see the equalizer.
We have seen 5 consecutive rounds on Louvre, and Kingsmen are no slack, and they want their own 5 consecutive rounds against them. So Louvre right now with 𝗍𝗪 having this operator, now they know. They have an info on where they are, and Ivan might be pushing his luck and trying to get some kills here for Hazel. They're very. They're just trying to bait out side of Louvre. So now with the info trap that they have on A, forcing a rotation onto 1. Most of the members are already on B's side, so it might be a B push for the side of Kingsmen.
And Kingsmen have been finding a lot of success on the B push, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 it's a good pre-fire. Now 2-3 members of Kingston wants to challenge them.
Sleep, brother.
Spray from Lenny, that's gonna take care of Lisa. Kingston not able to make any contact on that B, so they will head towards A. I mean, the spike has been positioned in front of A for a long time. That was just a distraction squad, but with Frieza going down, things are getting slightly harder for
I've got your trail.
the Seekers and the regrow to keep 𝗏𝗏 topped up.
30
Kingsmen,
seconds left.
They're about to commit onto the B push.
They now know that A side might be the target. I mean, most of the members on the side, they have discovered them.
Scanning
That
ahead.
might be the signal also from the side of Louvre. This is going to be a push. The Dividing lights have been...
One enemy remaining.
That was big. Lenny was
Spike
able to
down,
hold
B.
it. Even would fall down, but Louvre was able to hold it out with Lenny and the gravity well. Featuring the gravity well was able to secure it.
Perfect coordination from Louvre. That just turned that B main into a shooting gallery. Nothing that KGM could have done in that situation, especially, you know, with all those nano storm, those Odin, and of course, like you said, the astral gravity well, keeping that entrance completely locked down. So Louvre finally got their first round after losing 5 in a row to Kingsman. 𝗏𝗧 keeps that operator, about to check the tiles, the nebulas will block out that vision. So Kingsman, they lose a bit of momentum, but they still have that full buy. But this is the one that they have to win.
They really need to win this, because if they don't win, it's just that they have some full buys. Yes, they have another round coming in, but 𝗏𝗧 was able to get the first kill, and it's looking pretty solid right now. It might be unachievable for the side of Louvre right now. I mean, for the side of Kingsmen, but Louvre just looking really solid. Mid is free, so if ever mid is pushed right now for the side of Kingsmen, it would be a big hard rotation for Louvre. So they just need to infiltrate this, bait out a lot of members. And if 𝗏𝗏 would be able to get the first kill here with Zeke, that would be the best bet for the side of Kingsmen to win here.
Absolutely, and 𝗏𝗧 with the pain shells even blows out the doctor at 3. The Kingsmen, they're just down to 3 members, and 𝗏𝗏 will make it more bearable. Let's get the lure up into heaven. Zeke is gonna come to the flank, but information has been delayed. Razor just been shot on 𝗏𝗏.
30 seconds left.
To charge of 𝗏𝗏s, buying some time. Zeke does queue up 𝗏𝗏, but the operator is still in the hands of Louvre. 𝗏𝗏s is
One
down,
enemy
about to go
remaining.
through, but 𝗏𝗏s just quick scope Zeke. And it's gonna be 1 versus 3 with Riza being the sole survivor of KGM. There's 15 seconds left. Riza has got it out, and his top shot.
Okay, who's got this
𝗏𝗏s, 4K for him, and it's gonna be Louvre on match point.
Classic was able
Match
to get the
point.
shot, not even the operator for 𝗏𝗏s. And now, even though we said a while ago that still inside of Kingsmen would have some credits to buy some guns, it would just be the doctor having the unfortunate situation, having the sheriff on his side. So Louvre, it's still gonna be possible for them to hold this out, because the defense is gonna be way easier for them with the operator onto 𝗏𝗏s, getting the first kills every time there and then. The Kingsmen just need to use this ultimate in their favor, because they still have the Hunter Fury and the Cosmic Divide, which is a big ultimate. So if ever they utilize it well, it's still possible for them to push this into overtime.
They need 3 in a row. And 𝗏𝗏's gonna wall up the A main immediately. I mean, they know the Kingsmen are coming, and oh, this is gonna be dangerous. 𝗏𝗏, he's not taking the risk just yet. There's a crossfire. I mean, 𝗏𝗏 and Ivan, they both have an inkling of what might happen. They're gonna blow up their walk first. Blow up is now there is the lead as well. 𝗏𝗏's hiding behind the wall, but they know where he is, and Ivan will figure it out immediately. The rest of Louvre, they are in 3.
You want to fight it?
𝗏𝗏 immediately close the door and use the Cosmic Divide. You have that operator of 𝗏𝗏s going into heaven alongside 𝗏𝗏. Kingsman should be able to get the spike planted. Finally planted near the
Spike planted.
Trailblazers will get the crossfire. Ivan trying to crossfires. Two of Ivan. Getting a couple shots into hell. They throw in their own shots to try to wall out the A main. Now it's going to give it a bit more chance to go for the retake. Now Rico also
Nowhere to run!
On the screen, therefore Rita Dash to destroy the lockdown from this Killjoy. But Flaring and Heist, they both get one kill. And despite all of the effort from Kingsman, it might not be enough. Flaring's now going to hold it.
One enemy remaining.
Rico is there for the run. They will take and Louvre takes Ascent.
Defenders
9
win.
13-9. They will lead this lower bracket semis 1-0.
Now remember everyone, that was the map of Kingsmen, but Louvre make it work in the end, and now they got the advantage against them, and this is what they want to start off with, especially against a team like Kingsmen who goes online onto game 3. They want to pound them down before they get their group. So now Louvre gets the advantage, and we're just gonna be going for a break before we go on to game 2. Everyone, this was us, Husky and Dash. We're gonna be going on to game 2 in just a bit.